All right, now I'd like to bring in my very special guest. You're gonna be listening to this on Five Star Friday, but we're recording it on Thursday. My man Sean Grayson, locally here out of La Mirada High School in Southern California, big time tight end, hybrid guy, commits to UNLV. Sean, you just made the biggest commitment of your life. How are you feeling in this moment?
Man, I can't even explain it. It's just a whole lot of energy, a whole lot of nerves, but I'm celebrating with my family, so I'm cooling. I'm cooling.
No doubt about it. And listen, you had a host of programs vying for your services. You're a big time athlete at the position. You're a mismatch problem versus bigger guys. You're an issue for smaller guys. Tell me why UNLV was the right fit for you.
Well, I feel like UNLV was a right fit for me because I have two coaches, my tight end coach, Coach Pow Pow, and my head coach, Coach Arroyo, coming from big tight end schools that use the tight end a lot. And, the way they pitched their sale to me, it just felt very promising.
In terms of their sale, you being a tight end, planning a wide open offense, what did they tell you, or how did they say they would use you in this new wide open, explosive UNLV offense?
Well, the way they said that they'll use me is, like an average tight end, use me for some blocking, some average run blocking, and then the majority of what they want to use me for is my ball skills, my passing, my open runs, open outfield runs, stuff like that. And the sale worked, obviously.
No doubt about it. You're a big time athlete in space. You're big, you're strong, you're fast. I can understand them wanting to get you the ball in space in the open field because you're going to be tough to bring down, especially in that Mountain West Conference where defensive backs are normally undersized. Let's move along. You've got a special journey, and you hinted towards it in your post before your commitment. But let's talk about the beginning. Youth ball. Did you fall in love with football during youth ball, or what was that process like for you during youth ball coming up in Southern California?
Well, I want to say youth ball was like a kind of let's try it out, let's see how it is type thing first. My first couple games, I loved the practices. It was just like a different type of energy because originally I was a basketball player. If you ask anyone around La Mirada, I wasn't that good of a basketball player, but you know, but I feel like the love for football came after that. I want to say around second practice. The first one, it was kind of like, this is too much, it's too tiring. But that second practice when my team was amped up and I was like, oh, I've never felt this before. It just, I think it for sure sparked in me.
No question about it. So, growing up in Southern California, there's a misconception around the country that Southern California players are soft, right? Especially down south. That's the misconception. How would you respond to that notion?
Well, one, I tell them we have two of the number one football programs in the country. So it's with St. John Bosco and Mater Dei. So I don't understand how we would seem soft. One, we have I don't understand how California players can seem soft. We got two of the best programs in the country. I feel like California kids were all about technique. Every state got their stuff. With Florida having speed and Texas having size, we got it all. We got size, speed, and technique on top of that. So that puts us above both of them.
I definitely think those attributes really summarize your game: size, speed, technique. Let's move along. La Mirada High School has you made it your home. Coach Mike Machete is a guy I know that's been a big time coach in the area for a long time. Of course, he took some time off to be with family, but he's back at La Mirada. What type of impact has he had on your development as a football player?
Well, really, he's the one who moved me to the tight end spot and made me play defensive end again. I'm not gonna say made me because I'm willing to play under any coach that tells me you got to play this position. I'm not gonna tell him no. It's my coach. I can't do that. But he's the one who moved me, saw me having potential at the tight end spot. My dad always thought I'd be a receiver. He thought tight end was too aggressive. But I stepped up to the plate, had a lot on my plate, and I took it all like a G.
No question about it. Being that tight end and knowing that you got to get down in the trenches and get your knuckles dirty. What's your mindset when you put your hand in the dirt as a tight end versus a big time defensive end across from you?
I look at it like this: no matter how many more stars you got than me, no matter how much bigger than me you are, I'm better than you. I'm better than you. It's that simple. To every single linebacker that line up on me, to every single defensive lineman that line up on me, I'm better than you. It's that
That's
simple.
that's big time confidence coming from a big time player. Let's move along. You had a really good off season. A lot of hard work has went into this off season. Tell me what you focused on this off season to really help your game go to the next level.
I feel like I worked on my strength a lot more. You know, I'm undersized. I feel every single day I get under that bench and I tell myself I'm undersized. I need to get bigger. I need to get bigger, faster. Like I need to get my technique better with my feet work, everything. You know, I just get better every day. That's the way I think of it.
No question. Right now, UNLV is making a surge in recruiting. UNLV football now has 8 commitments that are all rated 3-star or better. Where do you see this UNLV program going the rest of this recruiting cycle?
Well, I feel like, you know, it's only up from here. You know, we're only getting better from here. There's no going down. We got big time guys with big time that had big time offers and saw potential in UNLV, including me, you know. So I feel like it's only up from here.
You spoke of the potential in UNLV. Tell me what the vision is that Coach Arroyo is selling and he's preaching to incoming recruits and prospects.
He's that's a good question. You know, I feel like Coach Arroyo just is so straight up and so honest with them. Like, hey, we if we want to be great, we have to put in the work. You know, that's the message that me and I feel like my parents got from him too. You know, if we want to be great, we got to put in the work for it. It's not gonna come to us. You know, we're coming. We're trying to turn this you know ship around, and you know I've been a part of a program that went 2-9 one season, and then we came another coach came in, Coach Machete, and then we go 7-3. Like that's a big turnaround for me. I feel like all my guys bought in that year, and at UNLV, all my guys will buy in too. We're gonna turn the ship around.
You talked a little bit about your parents and Coach Arroyo selling them on the vision as well. I know that your parents have meant a lot to you. Can you sum up the type of impact that they've had, not only on you in the game of football, just in your life in general?
Well, you know, I feel like with every son, he looks up to his father and is like, I want to be like him, right? My dad's a straight up guy. You know, he if he says he's gonna get it done, he gets it done, and you know that's what I'm building myself upon. You know, that's where my foundation is, and I have to build upon it. And with my stepmom, she's just a great leader, and she has just her speech alone can move people. Just it's crazy to me. Like I'm at a loss of words. So yeah, I feel like I get great traits from both of them.
You spoke about your stepmom, and she sounds like a fantastic person. Your dad as well. You lost your mom at a young age, from what I understand.
Yes,
Do you
yes.
mind sharing that story with us?
Um, it's not that much of a story. You know, we just lost communication. My freshman year of high school was a little hard. Um, you know, but it's life. Life throws you curveballs, and you got to deal with it. It makes you into a better person. You know.
There's no question about it. Let's move along. At UNLV, they've suffered through some really tough years. Their recruiting classes have not always been on par with the upper echelon in the Mountain West. Now that UNLV is making this run in recruiting, can the Rebels win the Mountain West in the next 2 to 3 years?
If I'm being completely honest with you, I believe we could. All we need is one, have trust. The players have to have trust in not only the coaches but who they're playing with. You know, I've played multiple years where I'll have guys fighting on the field during a game. That's not cool. That's not what's about to fly. You got to trust the guy next to you. And I feel like if everyone buys in, which it already seems like we're doing, we're already in communication with some of the recruits, and it feels like a family, it feels like home.
You talk about being in communication with some of the recruits and trusting your brother. If you had to pinpoint one or two guys that you're going to be out recruiting for the University of Las Vegas, Nevada, one or two guys that you say, we got to get those guys in the ship. We got to get those guys on the boat. Who are two guys that you have in your mind right now that you have to recruit and you got to bring them with you to UNLV?
I'm going to be honest with you. I have one of my friends, Warren Thayu. He's a big body, he can get those 4th-and-1 plays with and take it 30 yards. I need to get him on the ship with me. And then I have another kid, his name is Thomas Johnson. He's 2022. This guy will make open field he will just blow up your QB. He's a linebacker. And same with Warren too. He's a linebacker too, hybrid, offense and defense. They can blow up plays. They can make those crucial 3rd and 8 plays, and their gameplay alone is just it blows my mind. And I'm talking about that communication with players. They've been great friends of mine for 2-3+ years now, 4 or 5+ years now, and the trust that we have on the field, it's like, and it's nice.
No question about it. Let's talk about how you fit in at UNLV. You're going to play tight end. We know how they want to use you, but where do you fit in that tight end room? What's at your position? What's the depth chart look like? Are you a guy that they're expecting to come to play early? Or are you a guy that's going to need some time to grow, develop, and mature and be ready by maybe your 3rd or 4th year?
When I look at myself and the way I separate myself from the other UNLV tight ends is height and length. And the way, like, my hand span, my wingspan, is my height is just different. I'm bigger. I'm bigger than most of the tight ends there, and I feel like that will separate me. I plan on playing my freshman year, coming in and dominating. You know, just full blown turning this ship around.
If you're going to come in and play your freshman year, and me myself being a former college football player, and I know how difficult of a transition that is, what do you need to work on to put yourself in a position to be successful as a true freshman?
That's a good question. Me, I feel like I got things I need to work on for sure. Like, I need to go even harder in the weight room, and I need to for sure I need to balance a little bit better with school and football. That's one thing that I need to work on. I've been working on it for a while now, and it's been going really well. I ended the last semester with a 4.0, and the other semester before that a 3.0, and it's been really good for me.
UNLV is moving into a new kind of home stadium, Allegiant Stadium there, right off the strip in Las Vegas. They're going to be playing a lot of games there. How do you think it's going to feel for you coming from Southern California, playing in the same stadium that the Las Vegas Raiders are going to be playing in, brand new, beautifully built? What do you think it's going to feel like the first time you step on that field as a UNLV Rebel?
I feel like it's going to feel beautiful, beautiful. Coming from little stands that are on both sides to having stands all around you, crowds yelling, screaming your name. It's just something different about it, and it's gonna be breathtaking for my first game. I can't wait till I step on that field for my first game.
There's no question. Let's move forward. UNLV is a great place. We all know that. They've got a good education. But where do you see yourself, considering right now you're moving into your senior year? We know California football has been pushed back until the winter time. But where do you see yourself in 4 to 5 years coming out of UNLV? What do you plan to study when you're there? And where do you see yourself at the end of your senior year in Las Vegas?
Well, to answer your question about what I will study, I have a little brother that has special needs, and it's taken a pretty big toll on my life. You know, I've been involved in special needs area for a while now, and that's what I feel like I want to go into, get a better meaning or a deeper thought process for special needs kids. Um, when I see myself going into the NFL. You know, um, I can't see anything short of it. You know, um, for when 4 to 5 years comes, you know, I can't see anything short of it. I would love to start training and, you know, getting to know some of the guys that or some of the guys on the Raiders roster, because, you know, I love to build relations. That's one of things that me and my dad pride ourselves on is relationships. And yeah, I feel like I could see myself for sure going into the NFL at the end of my senior year at UNLV.
No question about it, and really being a advocate and a helping hand in the lives of special needs children is very, very important. I used to be an educator for 15 years, worked with a lot of special needs kids, and they need the love, the support, and care more than anyone, more than anyone. So that's very admirable of you. I want to wrap this up, Sean, 'cause I don't want to take the rest of your day, but if you had one message that you'd like to send to Rebel Nation, right? Those are all the UNLV fans from coast to coast. We're talking about guys like Greg Anthony and Larry Johnson and Randall Cunningham and a good friend of mine who's a UNLV legend, Jason Thomas, who's from our area here in Southern California, went to Dominguez. If you had one message that you wanted to send to Rebel Nation, what would that message be?
I'll just say it like this: it's what they say a lot. All I had to say was "Go Rebels." That's it.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Grayson, 3-star tight end out of La Mirada High School here in Southern California. He says, go Rebels, and he's ready to go in and challenge as a true freshman. He wants to make plays with his big frame and his long reach. Sean, appreciate you for joining me. You be well.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
No doubt about it. You take care.
You too.